Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with Omar Alfaro, my real estate entrepreneur. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Michael. What's up, everybody?
Hey, man. So one of the first things, or actually the first video we have been doing for quite a while now, is kind of an update on your market. Remind people what market you're in and what kind of data we are seeing week to week.
I'm in the high desert market, which is Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia, Phelan, Wrightwood, Oak Hills, Barstow, Lucerne. So the Southern California part, but a little bit north of San Bernardino.
Okay. And the great news about doing this every week is people can go back on your playlist, which has hundreds of videos now, and watch what we've been talking about. So a couple weeks ago, I pivoted pretty hard because I saw rates rising. Rates rising, I believed, was going to create supply and demand destruction. And I had a conversation with you while inventory was still increasing. I said, Omar, I think inventory is going to roll over in September, and we'll end the year lower than we are now. So we're in September. So is inventory falling, or what's going on?
Inventory has fallen.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Um, that's a cool shirt, by the way. And it's not a substantial drop where it's gonna, drop 500 houses, in our inventory. But as things still end up being purchased, because now you're seeing a lot more competition, a lot more competitive pricing, a lot more across the board. I mean, we're under 1,500 homes now. When we were, almost 1,700 in our area, 1,680, 1,685 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the crazy thing is we went from 600 to 1,700 homes in a matter of like 3 months, 4 months, ish. We were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were saying we're going to hit 2,000. And yeah, I mean, if it would have hit 2,000, it would have been a different market right now for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's stabilizing, we're under that 1,500 mark. And that's just probably because people are actually pulling their house off the market, wish pricing is gone. They're really looking at the factor of, hey, do I really want to get rid of my 3.5%, 4% loan? And they're saying, no, they're not. Screw it. We're just going to keep it because it pays down that principal so quickly versus the 7.5% or 6.5% interest rate now. So we've been seeing that happen. And people aren't just jumping, like they're actually being competitive now. But where are people going to move to if they still got to get a 6.5? And then let's not even talk about that interest rate hike that's coming.
Woo. Yeah. So I want to remind people, and this is why I have millionaires like Omar on every week, because you can go back on their playlist and just see what we were talking about. So if you're on my channel for any length of time, you know that July 20th was a big day for me. July 20th, we got the National Association of Realtor report on June data, and it was bad. I told you it was going to be bad. I told you it would be market changing. Then what I told you is we were going to see sellers and buyers act differently. So over the course of 8 to 10 weeks, we saw inventory in your market go up 300%. About 2 weeks ago, I said, that's about over. And it was. So now let's paint the rest of the year. I believe inventory in your market goes down for several reasons. We got an inflation number today that is higher than expected. That means rates are going to go higher than we want. That means more supply destruction and more demand destruction. We are about to enter nuclear winter until March of next year. I have no idea what happens in March, but transactions are going to crater. We are going to see the largest gap between sellers and buyers I have ever seen in the housing market. We are going to see buyers that now have a 7% mortgage, not 6%. We are going to see investors have an 8% mortgage, not 7%. We are going to see sellers go, I missed the peak. Let's wait till spring. It is about to be cold. What do you think of all that?
I'm right there with you. It's a little scary. And us as investors, Michael, we see this, and when we got our portfolio going, I mean, our rentals are fine. But when me as an active flipper, me as an active, investor to turn money, it's concerning for sure, because you're right about the 7% to 8% on that bridge loan, or on that
non-QM.
Non-QM. This morning, I just got confirmed terms on a property at 8.75% interest rate.
Yeah.
Isn't too bad, 10% down, 1 point. But that same loan I was getting at 7.5.
Yeah.
And this is just in a matter of 3 months. So it's interesting because when you said it's a nuclear winter, that's concerning across the board.
It should be. Yeah, just so you know, Omar, nuclear winters are bad. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just in case there was any good.
Right.
Sorry,
No,
I was poking. I was playing. I was having fun.
no, it's okay. It's okay. And it is. But you know what, though? It's like you're not going to sit there and go in a corner.
No.
You just have to make the adjustment, providing that hopefully people are getting something out of this, that are actually listening and paying attention and then implementing, because don't think what you were doing, 7, 8 months ago, 10 months ago is going to be the same thing that you do now.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my lady as well. And it's like, hey, it's not an $80,000, $100,000 flip anymore. It's the conservative $35,000, $40,000 back to, back to the very beginning ish, and just turn, but put properties under that median home price and be super effective and competitive.
Yeah.
Out the gate, be fucking competitive, man.
Yeah. So this is exactly where I wanted to go. This is a great place to end, folks. Video number 2 with Omar, which will play in about 2 hours. If you figured out my channel yet, we're going to talk about the good and bad, right? There's going to be a lot of bad that is coming. Macro. If you're an operator and you adjust, it can be a great time. If you do the work, you have a buy box, you get focused, you avoid the noise, it can be amazing. We're going to talk about that in video number 2. Omar, where can people follow you?
Guys, follow me on my new page, Invest with Omar. Invest your time, invest with some real estate, invest your money as well. You can participate. Follow me on IG, Invest with Omar.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks again.
You're welcome.